You're listening to the One Man Show Network.
Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and I apologize to those of you that were on the live stream a few minutes ago. There was some difficulties, and the stream broke. And it is what it is, but I'm back. I tried multi-streaming. It didn't work out, and this is what happens. So I hate it, but it's unavoidable, I guess. So let's pick some fights here. The return of the UFC to Vegas, the Apex. We're going to go Ed Herman versus Gerald Meerschaert first before we get to the main event. Here we go. Ed Herman, 2 wins in a row. Khadis Ibragimov and Patrick Cummins. Before that, 3 losses in a row. Jean Vellante, CB Dalloway, Nikita Krylov. But then you got Meerschaert. You know, this is kind of more of a case of Ed Herman is used to fighting at light heavyweight. Gerald Meerschaert's taking this on short notice to not basically cut weight. And he did just suffer a TKO to Ian Heinisch back in June, just a little over a couple months ago. So, I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. But as much as I like Gerald Meerschaert, and he's a fan of the podcast, a fan of the Ally Quinta Realty account, I think I like Ed Herman in this one. So sorry about that, Gerald. Next up, Lando Vannata versus Bobby the King Green. This is a rematch, I really didn't know. It was a draw back in 2017, but before that, Lando just had a win over Yancy Medeiros back in February. Yancy's no joke. He has a loss to Mark Diakese. Does have a win over Marcos Rosa Mariano. And Bobby Green, just had that nice victory over Clay the Carpenter Guida. So, before that, losses to Francisco Trinaldo, Drakkar Klose, Eric Koch. He wins against him. And, Bobby Green, I think he's been just a little more on the strength of schedule side. I like him. I like him in this fight. Next up, Vicente Luque versus Randy Brown. This is interesting. Vicente Luque just beat Nico Price. Has a loss to Stephen Thompson, but a lot of green there. Hadn't lost before that since 2017, since Leon Edwards. So, big wins, though. Man, Chad Laprise, Brian Barberena, Mike Perry. And then you got Randy Brown. Does have wins over Warley Alves. Brian Barberena did lose to Nico Price once. Mickey Gall, he's got a win over him. A loss to Bilal Muhammad. That happens. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But, I like Randy Brown, I think, to lose this, not win it. But Vicente Luque, I think I like it here. He's got a lot of wins, and it's just kind of hard to pick against him here. Joanne Calderwood taking on Jennifer Maia in a fight she didn't have to take. She's filling in here. Let's take a look at JoJo first. Just beat Andrea Lee. Before that, a loss to Caitlin Chukagian. Wins over Ariane Lipsky and Fiera. But she was next in line for the title at 125 pounds, and this is not a real stacked division here, but she's taking this fight to take this fight, and it's very, very impressive to me. So I like Joanne Calderwood here to probably to beat Jennifer Maia. Jennifer Maia is impressive, but she did also just lose to Caitlin Chukagian. I don't know, I think wins and losses don't always tell the full story, but I think, she did just beat Roxanne Modafferi, Alexis Davis, lost to Liz Carmouche. Just 2 wins over Roxanne Modafferi. But yeah, I think JoJo, the perennial challenger here, the next challenger to the flyweight title. I like her in this fight. I do. All right, next up, Derek Brunson, Edmen Shahbazyan, trained by Coach Edmen. This is a tough one, but you know, let's take a look at Brunson here. Just had a win over Ian Heinisch. It was a decision. Win over Elias Theodoro. Before that, gets knocked the F out by Israel Adesanya. Loses again to Jacare Souza. Kind of a weird deal. He did beat Lyoto Machida. But man, this Edmen looks like a killer. He does, man. Brad Tavares. I mean, wait, is he even? No, he's not even lost yet. Brad Tavares, Jack Marshman, Charles Bird, Darren Stewart. This guy could be the real deal, and I know Eben Tavarian, who coaches him, gets a lot of trouble. Basically is blamed for the Ronda Rousey type downfall of her career, but I think Rondo is probably the downfall of Ronda's career, But yeah, I think Edmen Shahbazyan is the next big thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, well, I tried a YouTube thing. I don't think it worked out so well, but it is what it is. I'll probably be back on Periscope next week. I'm going to live stream this right now through Periscope. Not the longest show in the world, sorry, but next week I'll be back to pick Bellator and UFC. So until next time, shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.